Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Stratford, Chelmsford, Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Stowmarket, Dis and Norwich.
Good morning everybody, and once again welcome to Greater Anglia in this 08:30 service for Norwich. First class accommodation is available at the rear of this train in coaches A and B. Safety information posters are available throughout the train. Please familiarise yourselves with these when you travel and ensure that your luggage is safely stored in the luggage racks provided. We have a cafe bar situated in coach C towards the rear of the train between standard and first class accommodations. The cafe bar will be serving a range of teas, coffees, cold drinks and light refreshments. There is a good service in operation on the line this morning. I will shortly be passing through this train. Can you please have your tickets ready for inspection?
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Stratford, Chelmsford, Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Stowmarket, Dis and Norwich. The next stop will be Stratford. Change for Central Line, the DLR, Jubilee Line, London Overground and Elizabeth Line. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
Seven 115 with 710 122 off to Enfield Town.
No worries. Hey, tickets please.
It's my rail card.
Great stuff.
And that's my ticket.
Wonderful. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you very much.
You too. I think on all Greater Anglia services, both 720s and flirts have driver operation, but only the flirts have a member of staff on board for checking tickets. 720s do have the occasional revenue protection teams. I do like the displays on the 745s, 755s. Apparently Stratford is advertised as pick-up only towards Norwich and set down only towards Liverpool Street. But you could try travelling between these two stations on any Intercity service. Just make sure that if you have an oyster or contactless pay as you go, travel in standard and not first class. I think that pickup only at the pickup at Norwich set down towards Liverpool Street was from when the Class 90s and Mark III sets were around. Don't think that's in place anymore.
Approaching Stratford. Change for Central Line, the DLR, Jubilee Line, London Overground and Elizabeth Line. Mind your step when getting on or off the raised seated areas.
TfL service update. Central line has minor delays due to a shortage of trains. Metropolitan lines part suspended from Chelmsford and Witham to Chesham, with severe delays from Manor Park to Amersham and Watford while we deal with a signal failure at Chelmsford and Witham. Good service on the rest of the line. Piccadilly line minor delays Acton Town to Uxbridge due to a shortage of trains. Good service on the rest of the line. London Overground is part suspended from Surrey Quays to Clapham Junction due to a points failure at Wandsworth Road. Good service on other London Overground routes. Also good service on other London Underground lines including the DLR, Elizabeth line, other London Overground routes and Tramlink. (7:25:59) with 7:25:66 going to Liverpool Street. (7:25:27) in platform, leaving platform bound for Liverpool Street. And I can't see the other unit number because it is what it is. It's in platform 10. Somehow we've arrived into platform 10A. And over there is one of those awful 1992 stock trains.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Chelmsford.
Chelmsford. 7:25:73 arriving into platform 9 with a Liverpool Street service.
Yeah. How are you? I'm good, how are you, bud?
7:25:73. Next station is Chelmsford. There is a 345-061 for Paddington.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Chelmsford, Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Stowmarket, Diss and Norwich. The next stop will be Chelmsford.
Back in the day, the 720s would be 321s, 322s or 360s on the Greater Anglia main line and 317s or 379s on the West Anglia main line. Good thing it's showing the weather at the destination. So at Norwich it's about 8 degrees Celsius. Overtaking 345001 bound for Shenfield. Bum seats are for bums, not feet. Thanks for keeping your feet off our seats. That should be played on 720s, because the 720s do not have any tables. As many people put their feet on the seats on the 720s. In the bays of 4 and 6. Don't worry, it's normal seeing 755s on the Intercity route between Liverpool Street and Norwich. Please note that some Intercity services between Liverpool Street and Norwich do not have first class. You cannot purchase a first class ticket for any service found on Greater Anglia's website. This means that either first class is fully booked, or that service does not have first class at all. Please note that first class is declassified on the Stansaid Express route. Overtaking 345024, obviously it's bound for Shenfield. Last time I went to Norwich, last year in December, I was going to do the services to Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft and Sheringham, but those services were initially cancelled because of flooding outside of Norwich. So I only did Norwich to Stansaid Airport. Going back to Norwich to do the services to Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft and Sheringham. So the 11:35 to Great Yarmouth via Burney Arms, 14:05 to Lowestoft and 15:45 to Sheringham. so we can go through Shenfield, which is the furthest you can use oyster and contactless pay-as-you-go on the Great Eastern Main Line. I see that Standard is rather busy. Which is great, especially for a long journey like this one. Greater Anglia's 745s and 755s do indeed have guard panels, but they are not used as much unless the member of staff has to make an announcement if they cannot go back to the cab. On the 720s, the guard panels are never used because they are always driver operated.
approaching Chelmsford.
Chelmsford.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted. Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Colchester.
Should be ready to move now with our next stop, Colchester. About 20 minutes away.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Stowmarket, Diss and Norwich. The next stop will be Colchester.
Mind your step when getting on or off the raised seated areas. Also shows the next departures from the next station the train calls at. On the Intercity 745s, first class is either 1+1 or 1+2. Upgrading to first class is it's £10 on weekends and bank holidays. But on Mondays to Fridays, it's the difference between the standard ticket and a first class ticket. Passing through New Station, Beaulieu Park. Witham, platform 4 for trains to Braintree, platform 3 towards Colchester, Ipswich and Clacton-on-Sea, platforms 1 and 2 towards London, although platform 1 is rarely used. Toilets for standard passengers, including 1 accessible, and 1 toilet for first class passengers. Standard Express 745s have 5 toilets, including 1 accessible. Intercity ones, so 5 toilets, 1 for first class and 4 for standard, including 1 accessible. Shame there isn't a wheelchair space in first class on the Intercity units, Greater Anglia. On Trans-Pennine Express, the only wheelchair spaces are located in first class on the Nova fleet, including now withdrawn Mark 5A Nova 3 sets. And on the 185s, the wheelchair space is located just outside of first class. Rather quiet in first class. to Standard, which is busy, well, most of the time. Just passed through Marks Tay, platform 3 for trains to Chapel and Wakes, Colne, Bures and Sudbury, Suffolk. Chapel and Wakes, Colne is for the East Anglian Railway Museum. Platform 2 towards Colchester, Manningtree and Ipswich. Platform 1 for Chelmsford, Shenfield and London.
Approaching Colchester. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
Good thing it's not one of those terrible 745/1s from Stansaid Express. Those ones do not have any first class accommodation, nor do they have any tables, just tray tables, and are entirely standard class throughout. .720s can go to Norwich, but good thing they don't, because they don't have fixed tables, only tray tables, which is not good. Also 2+3 seating. 720s are now used on the Stansaid Express in addition to the 745s since the December timetable change.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Manningtree.
Manningtree. So apparently the doors do not open in the last coach at Manningtree. Would like to hear that announcement regarding the doors in the last coach not opening at Manningtree. I think it only plays if you are actually in the very back of the train. Coach A first class towards Ipswich and Norwich, or Coach M standard quiet zone towards London. Should be on the move now from Colchester. Next station, Manningtree.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Manningtree, Ipswich, Stowmarket, Diss and Norwich. The next stop will be Manningtree. Mind your step when getting on or off the raised seated areas.
Too bright. Good thing that there are blinds for if it's too sunny outside. went to Norwich, it was rather miserable. Especially with the cancellations to Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft and Sheringham services. Good thing services to Stansaid Airport via Cambridge were not affected. So via Ely and Cambridge, some services can terminate at Ely or Cambridge rather than doing the full name to Stansaid Airport. Next train to Harwich Town will be the 0959. Platform 1 calling at Mistley, Radness, Harwich International, Dovercourt and Harwich Town. Platform 1 for Harwich trains, Platform 2 towards London, Platform 3 Ipswich and Norwich, Platform 4 is either rarely used or disused, not used as often.
We are now approaching Manningtree.
I don't think it ever announces the short platform at Manningtree. Only on the 720 and not 745. I mean, on 720s, on 10 car 720s, only the doors in the front 9 coaches open. Definitely a short platform, and Tree don't know why it's not announced.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Ipswich.
Oh, door out of use. So it is indeed true, the bit about the doors in the last coach not opening at Manningtree. They just don't announce it for some reason, even if you are in that part of the train.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Ipswich, Stowmarket, Diss and Norwich. The next stop will be Ipswich.
If you're delayed by 15 minutes or more, you may be entitled to compensation. Find out more at greateranglia.co.uk/delay repay. change at Ipswich for services to Felixstowe, Lowestoft, Cambridge and Peterborough. Your next departures to these destinations will be at 09:58 to Felixstowe, 10:01 to Peterborough, 10:16 to Lowestoft and 10:21 to Cambridge. Good thing that the first class seats have blinds.
Approaching Ipswich. Please mind the step and the gap between the train and the platform.
Please take care when leaving the train. There are no tunnels on the Great Eastern Main Line apart from just outside of Ipswich and at London Liverpool Street. Where you can find the motors on the 745, coach A in first class, and also coaches F and G in standard, and also coach M also in standard. Coach M is the quiet zone. On Stansted Express, coaches 1, 6, 7 and 12 have motors, while others don't.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Stowmarket.
Stowmarket. Doors automatically closing. I think the flirts, both Greater Anglia and Transport for Wales, have set auto door. Have a thing where the doors automatically close after like 10 seconds. This does not apply to the door that the guard is at. Good thing I can't hear that bloody awful text-to-speech voice. Greater Anglia Julie Berry on the trains is more interesting than text-to-speech Amy at their stations. Also the case for West Midlands trains, both London North Western Railway and West Midlands Railway. I think we're ready to leave Ipswich now. Actually we're not. Here comes 745002 with a service to London Liverpool Street. Calling at Ipswich, Manningtree, Colchester, Chelmsford, Stratford and London Liverpool Street. Coach D is where the bicycle space is at. Bicycle reservations are mandatory but only on the Intercity stock. Intercity services Please be aware that you can only bring a bicycle on this service if you have booked beforehand. Unlike the 231, 755 and 756, the very middle coaches on the 745 are motor carriages, not where the power pack is. The 745s don't have a power pack. Basically, 4 motor carriages so that trains can accelerate very quickly, especially with 12 carriages. We are now ready to depart Ipswich. Next station, Stowmarket. Change for services to Cambridge and Peterborough. Cambridge and Peterborough.
Good morning everybody and welcome to Greater Anglia. This is your NO43 service for Norwich. First class accommodation is available at the rear of this train in coaches A and B. Safety information posters are available throughout the train. Please familiarise yourselves with these when you travel and ensure that your luggage is safely stored in the luggage racks provided. We have a cafe bar situated in coach C towards the rear of this train between standard and first class accommodations. The cafe bar will be serving a range of teas, coffees, cold drinks and light refreshments. There is a good service in operation on the line ahead. I'll shortly be passing through this train. Can you please have any unseen tickets ready for inspection?
Welcome to this service for 51517.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Stowmarket, Diss and Norwich. The next stop will be Stowmarket. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
Anyone travelling to Cambridge or Peterborough, well, from Stowmarket, your next train to Peterborough will be the 10:12. Next train to Cambridge will be the 10:35. Peterborough trains call at Stowmarket, Bury St Edmunds, Soham, Ely, Menay, March, Whittlesea and Peterborough. Trains to Cambridge call at Needham Market, Stowmarket, Elmswell, Thurston, Bury St Edmunds, Kennet, Newmarket, Dullingham and Cambridge. Trains call at either Kennet or Dullingham. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it. If you require Needham Market, your next direct train to Newton Market from Ipswich will be the 10:47 to Ipswich. Good thing that Burnley Arms is the only station on the Greater Anglia network not to have text-to-speech aiming installed. It's because it only has few train services per day, as well as telecommunications issues due to it being located in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the only Greater Anglia managed station, because some stations on the Greater Anglia network are managed by other train operating companies. Waterbeach is managed by Great Northern, Peterborough by LNER, Romford, Stratford and Hackney Downs by TfL, Liverpool Street by Network Rail, although the announcements at Liverpool Street are controlled and managed by Greater Anglia, which means at Liverpool Street they could switch back to that text-to-speech voice after, well, they basically trialled that text-to-speech voice at Liverpool Street in around May-June 2023 as an alternative to Anne, but it didn't work, so they switched back to Anne.
Approaching Stowmarket. Might your step when getting on or off the raised seated areas.
So the pantograph is located in coach B, first class, and also coach L in standard on Intercity units. On the Stansaid Express units, coaches 2 and 11 have the pantograph. Stowmarket if you require services to Needham Market or stations to Cambridge or Peterborough, change here please.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Diss.
Also our penultimate stop, this.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Diss and Norwich. The next stop will be Diss.
never seen the seat reservation, the electronic seat reservation system actually work. These coat hooks, which are very useful. I do find it odd how the seats in first class don't have a recline function. I think maybe they're taking ideas from the old Class 90 and Mark III sets, which also didn't have any reclining seats in first class.
Approaching Dis. Mind your step when getting on or off the raised seated areas.
I wonder if the Transport for Wales 231s and 756s have any announcement about the raised seated areas. If they do, then I'm guessing it's in Welsh first and then in English, as per the new Transport for Wales Fleet 197s, 231s, 398s, 756s, and Mark 4 carriages which have bilingual announcements, first in Welsh and then in English.
Welcome to this service for Norwich. The next stop will be Norwich. Welcome to this service for Norwich. We will be calling at Norwich. The next stop will be Norwich.
Familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train. So this platform 2 is for Norwich only. Platform 1 towards Stowmarket, Ipswich, Manningtree, Colchester, Chelmsford, Stratford and London Liverpool Street. That the Mark 5A sets don't go for scrap, because it would be a waste if they did. It would be great if they went to another train operating company, either Chiltern Railways or Transport for Wales. Maybe Great Western Railway to replace the Castle sets. And also for Cardiff to Portsmouth, which is known to be very busy. Transport for Wales to operate alongside the existing 67 and Mark 4 sets. Chiltern Railways to replace the Mark 3 carriages. Or even ScotRail to replace the Inter-7 HST sets. Or maybe for South Western Railway as well, because there's Uber adverts regarding South Western locomotives. seat has a USB port and a plug socket. Change at Norwich for services to Ely, Cambridge, Stansted Airport, Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft and Sheringham. Your next train to Stansted Airport will be the 11:27 from platform 6. Next train to Ely will be the 10:56 to Liverpool Lime Street from platform 3B. Actually, to Stansted Airport, the 10:33 from platform 4. So to Ely, Cambridge and Stansted Airport. To Great Yarmouth via Acle, 10:35 from platform 5. If you require Burnley Arms, then there will be the 11:35 from platform 5 as well. For Lowestoft, there will be the 10:58 from platform 4B. This one will only stop at Alton Broad North and Lowestoft. If you require intermediate stations, then that will be the 12:05. So Brundall, Canley, Reedham, Norfolk, Haddiscoe, Somerleyton, Alton Broad North and Lowestoft. However, the 11:35 to Great Yarmouth via Burnley Arms will call at Brundall Gardens, Brundall, Cantley, Reedham, Norfolk, Burnley Arms and Great Yarmouth. 10:45 to Sheringham will depart from platform 3A, calling at Houghton and Wroxham, Worsted, North Walsham, Cromer, West Runton and Sheringham. Strange that the 444s and 450s on South Western Railway have 2+2 seating in their first class areas. On the 444s, the old first class seats had 1+2 seating. For some reason, that has since changed to 1+2. The 10:30 to 10:33 to Stansted Airport will call at Wyndham, Attleborough, Thetford, Brandon, Ely, Cambridge North, Cambridge, Whittlesford Parkway, Audley End and Stansted Airport. when we arrive at Norwich, we will be in platform 1, which means that the doors will open on the right hand side in the direction of travel. However, this could change as platform alterations do exist. Intercity services can use platforms 1, 2, 3 and 4, but they mostly use platforms 1 and 2. Platforms 5 and 6 cannot fit the Intercity trains. Regional as well as East Midlands Railway trains can use any available platform. That worried about catering in first class. Shouldn't be long till we're in Norwich. Won't be long until the train manager, I think, does an announcement as we arrive into Norwich. looks like they're not doing an announcement.
We will shortly be arriving in Norwich for this train commences journey. When you're leaving the train here, please ensure that you have all of your personal belongings with you and have your tickets ready for the barriers when you're leaving the station. You can change here in Norwich for services to Greater Yarmouth, Lowestoft, Sheringham and Cromer, Stansaid Airport and East Midlands services through to Liverpool Street. Any passengers for the 10:33 service to Stansaid Airport, your train will be departing from platform 4. The 10:35 service to Greater Yarmouth via Acle will depart from platform 5. The 10:45 service to Sheringham and Cromer will depart from platform 3A. And the 10:56 service to Liverpool Street will depart from platform 3B. On behalf of Greater Anglia and train crew, we'd like to thank you all for travelling with us this morning. Norwich, your next and final station stop.
Okay, yes, they did do an announcement.
We are now approaching Norwich, where this train terminates. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it.
So it's time to get ready. 745102. We'll do the 10:30 to London Liverpool Street on platform 2.
Norwich, this train will now terminate here. All change, please.
So it's calling at this, Stowmarket, Ipswich, Manningtree, Colchester, Stratford and London Liverpool Street. For some reason it's not calling at Chelmsford. It's time to never mind. Guess I'll get out of here. The train's not going back to the depot, thankfully. Goodbye, 745009.